Hi, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. This is a general intuitive energy reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for the month of June 2020. Bear in mind that energy is fluid, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 5th of June and a new moon solar eclipse on the 21st of June. And we also have the summer solstice on the 20th of June. And then Pisces, which is in Neptune, goes retrograde on the 23rd of June until the 21st of November. And then Mercury also goes retrograde in Cancer on the 18th of June until I think the 11th of July. So there's a lot going on for you guys. Capricorn means quite a lot of planets already retrograde in your sign, and then to add to all of that, there's all this energy that I've just mentioned coming forward in June. So it's going to be an interesting month. So I'm going to do a reading for you, Capricorn, to see what Spirit wants you to know for the month of June. I am going to pull out all the cards and then I'll start your reading from there. So if you want to fast forward, you can do. I'm also going to pull out some animal spirit guides working with you for June, and also angels that are working with you for the month of June. Feel free to look up additional spiritual meaning or messages from those animal guides and angels to help you through the month of June, if that resonates with you. So Spirit, please bring me information for Capricorn for the month of June. Thank you. I will get that card. There's one that's flown out already. Energies for Capricorn for the month of June. Okay, so we are starting our reading with some powerful energy coming in. Animal guides for Capricorn for the month of June, please. Angels and Spirit. Thank you. Capricorn, I'm feeling your energy is a bit stressed out at the moment. I'm not surprised. I think we may need one more card. So we'll just see what comes through for you today. Angels working with Capricorn for the month of June, please Spirit. Oh, didn't shuffle that properly. Okay, so just bear with me a minute. I'm just going to tune into your energy. So we have the number sequence 58 and 59. So you may want to look up the spiritual meaning of those two numbers. Okay, so I feel there's quite a lot of confusion. Some of you are going through quite a lot of confusion at the moment. There's a lot of different energies coming forward in your reading. I do feel there's a bit of conflict as well. Some of you may be having a bit of a difficult time. And I do feel that some of you may be feeling quite emotional. So some of what you may be going through may be quite a lot of emotional fluctuations. Emotional confusion. It feels more emotional confusion for you. I do feel that there is a sense of needing to ground your energy. I feel that there's a lot going on in your sign with all the planets, and that's bringing a lot of a mixed bag of different types of energies, and that's causing you to feel a little bit ungrounded and unsettled. And then on top of that, we have a rush of spiritual energy coming forward, especially around the eclipses. And this tends to be very fast-moving spiritual energy that's coming forward, and it's calling you to action. It's almost like something that's destined for you is rushing in, but I feel there's too much confusion around you at the moment to allow for that to come in, and this is why this fast-moving energy is coming in to clear. So I feel that you needing to ground is really important, for it will allow for whatever needs to be released and removed, for this new energy to come in, because Spirit are bringing you something amazing. There's a lot of spiritual energy. I get the feeling it's wisdom coming through from Spirit. Also look up the spiritual meaning of owl. Owl does bring information forward, especially when there's confusion, deception, hidden, anything hidden. Doesn't have to be bad. It can be bringing you some really deep insights into the situation that you're currently moving through. I do feel that Spirit are wanting to support you, and the rush of energy that's coming in is connected to this wisdom that's coming through. And I do feel that for some of you there's some really important messages to do with your life journey coming forward. And in some of the other readings it was really clear, but for some reason it's not very clear, and I feel that's because it's very individual and personal for each and every one of you, that you work with your spirit guides to bring forward what this is for you personally. Maybe even some messages for you from past on loved ones, because you do have this card coming forward, and I'll get into detail with that later on in the reading. But there is a message that says hello from heaven. So I do feel that for some of you, perhaps you've recently lost a loved one, maybe with the coronavirus or some other way, and they are coming forward to let you know that they are with you and are guiding you if you are open to receiving their guidance. Maybe some of you may also need to get in touch with a medium, because I do feel that for some of you the Spirit are wanting to communicate some important messages for you. It may be that you get that information through a channel or through a medium of some kind. And then we are being brought to the Tree of Life. Now this is very much about the energy that's coming through is very much about transforming, activation and transformation for you around your base chakra. So I'm getting highlighted around the base chakra for you. That is going to help with this grounding of your energies again. Even though you're very earthy, I feel there's so much going on around you and emotionally that it's causing a lot of confusion. This is going to help you to then integrate these spiritual energies into your being so that you can flourish and feel more like yourself again. There is a lot of, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of butterflies, so there is a massive transformation that you are going through. And I'm not surprised with all the planets in your sign, well, most of them. And now that they're going retrograde, there's a lot of call for you to go into a quiet space to reflect, review, reassess where you've been, reassess your life journey, reassess where you're headed, because I feel that there's some information that is going to bring you illumination and insight into your being again, into your being, into your physical body. And the sun does bring illumination to all the confusion, and there is a lot of information coming forward for you that will help you to heal through this process that you're going through. It's going to bring you a lot of mental clarity, wisdom, insights, new information that will help you on your spiritual path or on your day-to-day path, maybe connected to your work situation. So some of you may be considering changing your line of work as well. Generally, this is a very happy, positive card. It does represent summer months. It represents sunshine, all the positive qualities of life. So I do feel that you are going to come back into this sense of renewal, where your perception has changed, where you feel that you are ready to kind of move forward in your life, because I feel that it's been quite a difficult journey for you over the last few months or most of the year. And I do feel that things maybe start to ease and calm down for you around August time. I know that seems a little bit far away, but it's not that far away. And then I have also what Spirit are bringing to my attention is an activation or healing around your solar plexus and also your heart chakra. Do look up the spiritual meaning of B, because it is very sacred energy. So I do feel that Spirit are coming forward for you to support you gain clarity and gain insights and gain the healing that you are needing at this time, because there is something really special coming forward for you from Spirit that has been protected for you up until this time and has been waiting for the right time to come forward for you, so that you can integrate this renewed creative energy or spark into yourself, so you can journey forward with a new sense of connection to an old aspect of yourself, or an aspect of yourself that you've already mastered, maybe in different lifetimes, and that is what's wanting to come forward to be birthed. So this process is unfolding for this new aspect of you to come forward, and it's a very sacred energy. So I do feel that you are being supported through your journey. I know it feels like for some of you it's been quite relentless, and you may at times felt that you've been quite alone on your journey, but Spirit are around you. So do ask them to help you, give you the sense of clarity, healing, enlightenment, whatever it is that you need, because I feel this reading is very individual. So although it's a collective reading, what's coming through is Spirit want to work with you, each of you individually, to help you give birth to this new aspect of yourself, or reconnect to this aspect of yourself that is coming forward at this time, because it's divinely guided. It's your destiny that this comes in at this powerful time. And once that happens, you'll have a much clearer and deeper sense of connection to Spirit, the help around you, but also you'll gain a lot more insights and wisdom for you personally, that will help you to make sense of all these things that have happened and unfolded on your journey, especially over the last few months. And just bear with me a minute. I do feel that this solar eclipse is going to really help eliminate some of that confusion for you, and it's also going to give you a renewed sense of mental clarity, but also inspiration, mental inspiration. And I do feel that also with this energy, your thinking is more grounded as well. So just, have some patience with yourself, because things are coming together. It just is, there's so much confusion and just very strange energies that you're moving through. It's not all yours. So just be aware that, or become aware of what the energies are and whether they are yours or not, because I do feel that's going to help you to just clear away what's interfering in your energy, so that you stay grounded. And just bear with me, something else is coming forward. I do feel that you have focus and then it's gone, and then you have focus and then it's gone. So I do feel there's a lot of energies interfering in what it is you're trying to do. That's leading to a lot of frustration, confusion. Things aren't quite happening at the right time. They're not in the right place, order. So I do feel that there is a bit of like, oh, come on now. This is all mixed up in a bit of chaos for a reason, because this needs to come in. And some of this energy is clearing what doesn't belong to you. And that's coming through very strongly with the Thunder card, because it rumbles. It's like energy that's already in motion that you can't stop. So this is coming. Oops. This is coming. You can feel that something's coming, but maybe some of you are quite a bit uncertain and a bit unsure and a bit, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for all of this. But it is something that will be in alignment with who you are. It is something that is definitely connected to your energy and your evolution and your path. So don't be afraid of it. I've lost the other card, it's vanished, but I've spoken about it, so that's fine. And then this card is showing me that you are currently swimming around in two different directions. So you're going this way and you're going that way. Just be gentle with yourself. Try to bring yourself back into your energy. Do some meditation. Work with your emotions as well. So some of you are feeling a bit conflicted internally as to the different desires, or you have certain desires and then something else is pulling you somewhere else. I feel that there is a really strong need for you just to tap into these emotions, listen to your intuition, work through some of this confusion, because once you do work through some of this internal conflict, it will definitely help for this energy to come in a lot quicker. Your intuition is definitely trying to communicate with you with this card. This card also represents you coming into your more feminine element aspect. So I do feel that with a lot of the planets in retrograde in your sign, you are being called to do meditation, do some retreat, do some quiet time, to just listen to what's going on internally, listen to your inner voice, listen to those deeper desires that perhaps you've pushed to one side because everything else is happening in the world and everything else is busy and it's all mixed up and confused. I do feel that you are getting a lot of messages, but perhaps some of you aren't actually listening to it, or you're not trusting that. So do some work around trusting your own sense of knowing and your intuition and your gut feelings, because I do feel Spirit are giving you little nudges with these orbs coming in. They are dropping little hints and you kind of go, yeah, I'm not sure about that, and it keeps coming back. So anything that's repetitive, that's really calling your attention, please look at the meaning or listen to what's coming through, because this is coming through twice. Messages are coming through to you left, right and center, and Spirit are wanting to help you, but I feel that for some of you, you're either not creating space to allow for that to anchor into your being, or to even listen to what's being offered to you, because the next one is the call. You are being called towards listening to your internal guidance, because this is what wants to come in for you. And once this magical, amazing energy comes in, you are going to click back into place. You're going to feel like you know exactly what your next steps are, what your path is. Maybe you won't see the whole picture, but you will definitely have a much more grounded sense of knowing as to what your next steps are. And your passion and inspiration and excitement is being ignited as a result of these two wonderful energies coming towards you. If you allow yourself to open up and allow it to come in, then you get in this amazing energy where you are feeling more ready and excited to move forward in your direction that you're heading towards. Even though you can't see it, maybe some of you can't see it just at the moment, I do feel that some of you may be grieving as well. That seems to come up quite quickly now. Some of you may be stuck in the grieving process, and I mean stuck very lightly. You know, you can't rush the grieving process. It may be that you are grieving because you have lost loved one or loved ones, and you're still trying to, you know, balance your energy and kind of find yourself after that. And some of you are grieving for what was, the old you. With the grieving process, it's really important to, although it may be finished, or those aspects of you are finished, or some part of your life or cycle in your life is ending, do some reviewing, some reflecting, because there are lessons and blessings from those experiences that you need to then take with you on your journey. So although you're letting go of those things that no longer serve you, those lessons, that process of your journey up until there has brought you to this point for a reason, and it's brought you blessings and lessons that need to be incorporated alongside this new energy that will give you what am I trying to say? When something's ended, it's important to review what your lessons are, how you could do it differently, what you gained, what are your strengths, all the positive things and the blessings that come as a result of that, and then you take that into your next cycle of your life and let go of those things that are no longer useful with gratitude and honor because they've brought you to this point. Then you can incorporate that into your energy, into your toolbox, and then move forward with those lessons and blessings, which will help you to attract the next stage on your journey, the next steps on your journey. I hope that makes sense. I know what I mean, but maybe it's not coming out that way. So the angels that are working with you is Archangel Azrael. So do look up the spiritual meaning of Azrael, because Azrael does do other things besides this. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. I know that's easier said than done. And when you're in a grieving process, we don't tend to feel the connection as strongly. So do be aware of any dreams that you're having where your passed on loved ones are visiting you, because they do want to let you know very strongly that they are well, they have transitioned, they are with family, friends, they've done their life review, they are at peace. If you really are struggling, do find somebody that you can have a mediumship reading with. And I do feel that some of them are bringing you some information other than messages from them, but also to help you on your transition into the next stage of your journey. And then we have Archangel Metatron. Now Metatron is a very powerful angel, so you might want to look him up too. And there is reference to indigo and crystal children with regards to this card. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So some of you, may be part of this journey is awakening you either to a spiritual aspect of yourself as an indigo or a crystal child, in which case you may be going through an awakening to these gifts, and you may then use them on your journey. So do some work and look up whatever you need to look up to see what this means and how you can work with that energy and develop it. And then also for some of you, you may actually already be inclined to work with children who are indigos and crystal children, or children in general. You may have a desire to work with uplifting children or helping them heal in some aspects of their life. And maybe for some of you, you may be considering adopting a child or children, or you may also be considering fostering children. So it may be that something like that is coming in for you with this new energy and this new journey. I do feel for you guys, Capricorn, that you are being called towards your destiny. And it may be that that's not very clear at the moment as yet, but if you do take the time to allow yourself to reflect and review and clear up some of those things that are no longer needed, it will create the space for this wonderful energy to come in to allow for this to happen. And it will also allow for Spirit to connect with you and guide you along that journey. You are being activated on your base chakra. Maybe for some of you, it may even be your sacral chakra as well, and also your crown chakra is being activated. There is a lot of spiritual energy, information, wisdom, insights coming forward for you. Be patient with yourself. This confusion and heaviness is on its way out with the Thunder card coming in. It's this rush of spiritual energy coming in to clear the way for you. So just be gentle, be patient with yourself. If you are grieving, take all the time you need. Do seek somebody to help you get through that. Sometimes speaking with Spirit, passed on loved ones do help you through your grieving process, and also help you to heal and release guilt and some heavier feelings that happen when we're going through a grief. Okay, well, I hope that's helpful for you for the month of June. I know that some of this energy isn't going to resonate with all of you, so please do take what resonates with you and leave the rest. the energy will unfold through the month, especially with the eclipses coming through. And also this is leading you into the lunar eclipse in your sign, Capricorn, on the 5th of July. So there is another lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn on the 5th of July. So it may be that during this time, or up until and just after that time, this energy is going to start to play out. So it will be different for each of you, but I do feel around August things are really going to start to settle down for you, and you're going to have a lot more clarity and vision and excitement and passion for your life moving forward and your journey ahead. So please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe to my channel if this resonates with you, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Blessings, love and light.